I'm curious to hear from you, from the founder, what is Bitlauncher? And then also, how did you come up with it?
Yeah, thanks so much. And I'll probably give you a kind of medium version of the story. I've been involved in the crypto space for quite a long time, mid 2012 in San Francisco. And it's been great to see how things have changed over the last decade, really. And just early stages in San Francisco. I was always excited about this technology because I was in finance for nearly a decade and I was frustrated. I was disillusioned. It was coming out of the great financial crisis a few years after that, but it's coming out of the great financial crisis. And I felt that the economy was broken, right? And so this technology was hope for all of us to have an alternative financial system. And so followed Bitcoin, went to the Bitcoin meetups, a lot of early stage guys that were just creating, Brian Armstrong was just creating Coinbase at the time. And then there were people like Roger Ver, Charlie Shrem, Jesse from Kraken. And so I was just a fly in the wall. I was just in these meetup groups, just trying to learn about it. And they were all kind of thinking about building businesses back then. So it was great to see in San Francisco. It's the Silicon Valley tech center of the world, I think. And so to just be part of that was great, just to be following that. And I've always wanted to build applications that would make crypto mainstream. So tried to figure out, okay, how can this happen? And Bitcoin was, I think it was great. It wasn't seen as a store of value back then, but it was, and then I think the other big issue was for payments and some of the things I thought were important. It was a little too volatile and people really didn't want to spend their Bitcoin, right? They wanted to invest and keep it for the long run. So that was like a learning lesson. Okay, you're thinking of this new money, the internet of money, or money of the internet, and it's not like being used as much. And I felt, okay, how do we get this to be used and adopted? So I felt that stable coins were necessary, right? There's ways even back then to create a stable coin that wasn't centralized, right? Tether was created back then, but BitShares was the first one that didn't have counterparty risk. So I felt, okay, we have a stable coin. It's going to allow people to just use it as dollars, but still get the benefits of crypto where their money can't be frozen. It's just, they could send it anywhere around the world for at very little cost. And so that was the reason why I started following Dan Larimer and the BitShares ecosystem around 2015, I believe, right? Because they had this stable coin that didn't have counterparty risk. And so anyways, so I should speed up the story, but from 2015, trying to get that to work. This is where actually I met you, Uma. It's like 2016. It's like Dan Larimer, like it was unfortunate because we were just creating our wallet, the easy to use kind of payments wallet with a stable coin. And then he was already going on to BitShares. And then I got sidetracked a little participating in the Steemit ecosystem in 2016 and 2017. But we were always in early stage bootstrap MVP mode. Okay, we're trying to figure out, okay, is this a thing? Are we going to be competitive against the bigger e-wallets like Venmo and PayPal? It was difficult without the resources to really try to go for that. So we wanted always to find product market fit. So through the years, we started building from this concept of having a stablecoin wallet to even a way for people to get in and out, like a peer-to-peer on-ramp. Even back then, we had these MVPs of it. And then we had to wait for EOS to enable us to build it out even, I think, more robustly, because BitShares wasn't a full-fledged smart contract system. So anyways, so 2019, 2020, 2021, we did iterations of exchanges, on-ramps, and wallet. And the last thing over the years that we ended up with was an on-ramp that we had about a few thousand from Nigeria to test out. But we had to give rewards to get that user adoption. So we didn't get quite product market fit. So anyways, for many years, we didn't launch a token or anything. We were just trying to find product market fit for many years. And it wasn't until about 2023, we have all this infrastructure now, and then ChatGPT came out in 2023. Or it was before that, but that was when it was the big breakthrough. And when I saw that, I was like, crypto, like our industry has struggled to get user adoption. The user experience is not there. We were trying to fix that with everything that we were doing. We were trying to make everything usable. But in terms of just immediate value proposition. I saw that in AI, just it was like immediately, right? It was there. It was like you could see it was mature. This technology was, and so I was like, okay, I think all these applications, like tens of thousands of applications, are now going to be built using this technology and AI, and you're going to be able to get users and deliver value so much more easily with this technology. Then I was thinking, okay, we could just do an AI start, but we had this infrastructure, and it was like, okay, how do we? The AI actually, our cryptocurrency and Web3 can complement AI, and it doesn't necessarily have to do. You don't have to really tightly integrate it. You don't need decentralized AI. I think it's a thing. It's powerful, but I still think you don't need to. You don't need to have it intertwined so tightly. You can actually have AI be the focus more on the applications, or just focus more on AI applications, and use Web3 and crypto to complement it for infrastructure, like organizational infrastructure, fundraising and tokenization, those kinds of things that I think have been already proven to work in crypto, because people trade, people tokenize.
Mhm.
Those are the things, that's like a killer application for crypto, and it doesn't have to go beyond that, right? You don't need to implement everything in AI, right? Or use AI in Web3. It's just, you just complement it. So use the best of
Yeah.
the both, and that's the reason why Bitlauncher was formed in just the last couple years. So the quick elevator pitch is Bitlauncher is a Web3 crowdfunding platform for open source AI projects, or AI projects, right? So it's a launch pad, crowdfunding platform. Startups can go on our platform and fundraise, tokenize, and raise the needed capital in a very competitive world.